Hello everyone and welcome back to Destiny 2. Last week we had a ton of official information released about the roadmap of the game before its launch on September 8th, including a gameplay reveal stream in May and a public beta over the summer. And now we're starting to learn some details about the roadmap of the game post-launch, like when we can expect the 2 expansions that have been announced. And is it possible that we've known about these expansions since October of 2015? Let's talk. Before we get into it, be sure to stick around till the end of the video for a very special announcement about my first piece of merchandise. There are some pretty exciting details I have to share with all of you, so stay tuned. Anyways, firstly, let's talk about what we know about the roadmap pre-launch. So far, it's been announced that we will be receiving our first glimpse into the gameplay of Destiny 2 with a gameplay premiere livestream. The event is scheduled for May 18th and will most likely be streamed live on twitch.tv/Bungie. Now, Luke Smith was the one to tweet this out, so I really hope he makes an appearance if it does end up following the traditional Twitch livestreams we know and love from Bungie. Next, we got a few more details about the livestream event itself from a leaked internal memo from Bungie to GameStop employees. A paragraph of the memo reads, "All year long we'll be revealing new threats, new places to explore, and new ways for Guardians to fight. Our first destination will be our own event dedicated to Destiny, where we'll unveil our bold plans for the future. We can't wait to share the details with the community and begin a conversation that will welcome new players to join them." So it seems like there might just be more for us to learn about during the gameplay reveal other than just gameplay. From the sounds of it, we may just get our first Destiny 2 Vidoc either before or after the gameplay stream itself. Although there has been rumors that Destiny 2 will feature an 8-minute long trailer during E3 in June, which sounds like it might be the Vidoc, but perhaps it will be another gameplay reveal, possibly showcasing the first 8 minutes of the game or something along those lines. Either way, it's nice to know that Bungie plans to continue the conversation past just the gameplay reveal and E3. Next up, let's talk about the beta. From the sounds of it, and from what we've seen on other games, there will most likely be 2 sets of betas for Destiny 2, one for those who have pre-ordered the game and one maybe a week later for everyone else. The second beta shouldn't require a pre-order to play and should theoretically just be available on your platform's digital store. The beta will most likely take place in mid to late July and run for 2 weeks. Of course, this is just a guess and we'll have to wait to see what the actual schedule looks like later on this summer. Next, let's talk about the real interesting thing coming out of the weekend, and that is the leaked details on the release dates for Destiny 2's DLC expansions. Currently, there is an expansion pass available for the game, which you can purchase by itself and is included in the Bundle Edition, the Digital Deluxe Edition, Limited Edition, and Collector's Editions of the game. The price is set to $35, just like the expansion pass for Destiny 1. And also like the expansion pass for Destiny 1, the release dates are set for Winter 2017 and Spring 2018 for Expansion 1 and Expansion 2 respectively. My guesses are an early December release for Expansion 1 and hopefully an early to mid-March release for Expansion 2. Now, as far as the expansions themselves go, not too much is known about them. I believe when the Destiny 1 expansions were announced last year, we at the very least had the names of the expansions for the Dark Below and the House of Wolves. What we do know is a general descriptions of the expansions, which reads, "Get access to both Expansion 1 and Expansion 2, offering brand new story missions, cooperative activities, competitive multiplayer, and a wealth of new weapons, armor, and gear." Nothing out of the ordinary here. I just hope the content is much more substantial this time around, which I have no worries about. Activision has even stated that they have been working with Bungie to develop the ability to keep up with the content demand of Destiny fans, so let's hope they can deliver on that claim. Aside from that, we do have the 2 very recognizable logos representing the expansions. For the first expansion, we see the logo for Osiris. This is a character that was theorized to have originally played a much larger role in the original story of Destiny 1 and was sadly ultimately cut when they restructured the story and campaign. Then of course with the House of Wolves expansion, we got Trials of Osiris, unfortunately however without much context at all. The Grimoire seems to suggest that Osiris is mixed up with the Vex, so perhaps the main threat of the expansion's campaign will be a Vex enemy, which I find very interesting. Why? Well, mainly because it seems to support a community theory about the nature of Destiny 2's campaign. Veteran players may remember in October of 2015, we got a very interesting presentation slide that was supposedly leaked from a Bungie meeting. The slide showed the release roadmap for Destiny 1. It showed the Dark Below and the House of Wolves, and a major Comet expansion called Plague of Darkness, which was later renamed the Taken King. Now, if that slide is believed to be legitimate, there were 2 more expansions that were planned for the 2016 calendar year, one called Expansion 3 Vex Void, which was Vex themed, and one called Expansion 4 Forge of the Gods, which was Cabal themed. It had been rumored that due to time constraints, they decided to reimagine the Cabal expansion as the main campaign for Destiny 2. That's where most of the theories came from before we saw the teaser and trailer about the Cabal being the main threat in D2. And as we all saw, that community theory has come true, and if the first expansion is focused on the Vex and time travel, then that might just be the story of what we were going to get in Vex Void. It makes sense in the timeline that they had set out, that if they did in fact cut the story of Osiris from vanilla Destiny, that they would want to perhaps make up for it with its own expansion, Expansion 3, which we never got. But anyways, taking off the spinfoil hat, I am very excited to finally get more Osiris in the spotlight, and that just might be where we get to focus back on the Stranger as well. So what about the second Destiny 2 expansion? Well, the logo is that of the AI Warmind Rasputin, which played several large roles in Destiny 1's campaigns and expansions. In fact, there was originally supposed to be much more Rasputin in Destiny 1. In the Taken King story mission Regicide, there is a very curious piece of technology in an Oryx's throne room that looks very out of place. In fact, the design language of the object suggests that it's of Warmind technology. But what is a piece of Warmind tech doing in Oryx's throne room? Well, it turns out there's a rumor that Rasputin was originally supposed to be kidnapped by Oryx, as the Dreadnought and the whole Oryx storyline was originally part of vanilla Destiny 1. The story of the game would involve Oryx taking Rasputin to his ship, and it was originally going to be our mission to infiltrate the Dreadnought and take him back. At least that's what the rumor suggests. Now, I don't think that will be anywhere near the plot of the Rasputin expansion, but I'm definitely very excited to see how the Warminds play into a post-devastated Last City, where the citizens of Earth perhaps need them the most. Also in that campaign, we might learn where exactly Rasputin was while the city was being destroyed by the Cabal. Boy, does he have some splaining to do. Anyways, what are your theories about what the expansion will be about? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Now, as I teased in the beginning of the video, I will be launching a pre-order campaign for my first piece of channel merchandise, and that is the I Do It for the Engrams t-shirt. It's an idea that I've been working on for a while now. In a previous video, I showed off my first shirt idea, which was simply a Future Foe logo tee, and while it makes more sense for the fans of the channel, I ultimately decided that for the first shirt, I want a design that can be appreciated by all Destiny fans. So I invite you all to hit the eye in the upper right hand corner and answer the poll so I can get a good idea of how you like this shirt. I want to throw it up on pre-sale as soon as possible, so let me know if you like the design. Another cool thing about this shirt is that $5 from each shirt purchased will go directly to St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital via the GuardianCon charity stream in June. GuardianCon is a Destiny convention hosted by many of the largest Destiny content creators. Last year, GuardianCon, with the help of the entire Destiny community, raised over $500,000 in donations. This year, they're going for $1 million, so I want us to do our part and give to this incredible organization. If you would like to learn more about St. Jude, I'll leave a link in the description. Anyways, drop a like if you enjoyed this video and subscribe for more Destiny content. And I will see you all next time. My second first impression of the Necrochasm is still just as positive as before, if not more positive. The weapon will now make any enemy you kill detonate in a Cursed Thrall explosion, not just those you get with a precision hit.